Don't give up on me, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, bugs and grubs, potatoes of all ages, it's time for a stream. It's time for the Wizard of Aus. It's Anzac Day here in Australia, and it's all a little bit solemn, I should say. But we're going to do the intro as we usually do, and that's why the poppy's on screen, because of Anzac Day. But we started this save with Adelaide United FC here in Australia, my hometown. We won the A-League finals, we won the FFA Cup. Then we jetted off to South Korea, of all places. Never managed there before. We took over John Yam Dragons, got promoted to K-League 1, won K-League 2, won K-League 1, won the Korean FA Cup, and we won the AFC Champions League. Next stop on the epic journey was Italy with Palermo FC, the mighty Pink Panthers, even though they're birds. Anyway, we didn't win anything. We couldn't get out of the league. So we left and set off for Germany with Arminia Bielefeld FC. We won the UEFA Europa Conference League, got promotion to the Bundesliga, a couple of German Cup finals, a Europa League final, and that was enough to get us the gig right here at Newcastle United FC, where our second season is going pretty darn well. The mission for this save, get ourselves to Europe, which we have done. So we can get to Europe off the to-do list. There we go. And we also want to win the Champions League. And we'll keep on going, pursuing the dream right here in the DP Dome. I'm your old mate DEP, where it's all going down right now. How we doing, folks? Welcome to the stream. If you're new, welcome to the DP Dome. If you're not new, still welcome. We welcome everybody around these parts. It's good to have you with us. You'll notice no logo tonight, just the poppy. For Anzac Day. So it's a pretty big deal here in Australia. It marks the anniversary of Australian troops landing at Gallipoli, which was a bit of a nightmare for all involved, just quietly. But it also lets us pay our respects to everyone who served and fought in conflicts right around the world, all throughout history. And yeah, he's hoping that no one ever has to do that again, because it sucks. And it's horrible, and no one should have to go through that. So, to any friends, family, servicemen or women, like, you're amazing. You do something I couldn't do. So we started the stream I turned the music off for a minute and just ran a couple of things on the stream as a show of respect. And we're minimizing the ads that run during the stream, because I don't think anyone should be profiting off Anzac Day. And all of that aside, it's time for some Football Manager. So I've done my solemn bit, and now it's time to cheer up, not to cheapen it or anything, because it's not what we're about here, but we're here to do a thing, and that thing is Football Manager, and to have a good time. And have a good time is what we're doing so far this season. We've played all the way through August. I've continued through the international break. The transfer window happened. We made one signing of a youngster who we set up last night. We'll meet them in a minute. But we're currently sitting fourth in the league on 11 points, 4 points behind United. We are undefeated so far this season. How's this for a record, eh? Pretty darn sweet. A 6-2 win against Derby in the Premier League. A 3-0 win against West Ham. A 1-1 draw with Liverpool. The Leicester result was a bit of a kick in the teeth at 0-0. 4-1 win against Brentford. We are scoring a bunch of goals, and we've progressed in the Mickey Mouse Cup, which is lovely. We also played a friendly with hardly any players, and we won 9-0 during the international break, so that was pretty great. Up first tonight, we've got Fulham, then Bournemouth, Norwich, and Chelsea. Don't know how many other games we'll play, but we'll see. We're kicking off a bit early. We might squeeze a couple more in. If we can get to the end of October, that'd be great. Maybe it's just going to be September. We shall see what happens. Anyway, we're going to continue. I've already done the press conference for this one. It's pretty much game time, and I've picked the squad, so no real surprises going on there. Antonio Silva's almost fit again, which is lovely. Lewis Bailey's almost back from injury. Meridina's almost fit again, our backup striker, finally. But yeah, in terms of transfer business, on deadline day, not a hell of a lot was going on. We brought in this guy, Kevin Dalglish. He's a youngster, 18-year-old striker. We've sent him out on loan straight away. Again, he's very, very quick, but he's got a bit of work to do. So, yeah, he's out on loan to get a bit more experience. The other guy, the attacking midfielder, I was very excited about. Alessandro Della Corte, has also gone out on loan to Olympiacos. We arranged that last night, so that's gone through. Stephen Knowles has gone out on loan again, another youngster, no big deal. Cristiano Nunez has gone out on loan to Burnley, the young defensive midfielder we brought in on loan. And David Olivares, our backup right back / left back, he's gone out on loan to Milan with potentially a view to a permanent move because he's not going to get any better. And we aren't really using him. He hasn't played at all so far this season for us, I don't believe. No. So off he goes. Signed him for 43 million. We're not going to get anywhere near that for him in terms of value, but needs must. Anyway, we have got a job to do tonight, which is to win all the football. 4th place is a nice place to be. We'd like to progress. The other news, if you missed last night's stream, is Norberto Goes, and right now, because I said I was going to do it last night and I didn't, how to pronounce let's have a look. Hush is how you pronounce his name. Norberto Hush. That's how we're going to say it. Hushy. The Hush man. Hush. There you go. We've all learned something. Norberto Hush has been scoring all the goals. 6 appearances so far this season. He scored 8, including 2 international goals. Not freaking bad. A hat-trick in the Carabao Cup game. 5 goals from 5 starts in the league. He's had a couple of dead spots in there and some braces, but he's been in fantastic form and we're expecting big things out of him. His value shot up through the roof, 89 to 109 million, doubled in value in 5 games basically. So yeah, here's hoping that continues. We're also almost back to full strength bench wise, which is delightful. We can actually tweak this now and go full strength, and I think that's what we're going to do. Although Delabasic isn't fully fit, so we might stick with that. And I'm going to play Silver instead because he's barely played all season. Shaka there, I'm cool with that. And there we go. Alright, kind of want to get Allegro on the bench. Yeah, we're going to need to. Rendon's going to miss out because he's not fully fit. That works. It all works. Lovely. Okay, we're good to go now. Tottenham have won and gone top of the table. Other games happening concurrently. It's exciting. Do that. Is my game going to crash because of something stupid? It's doing weird graphical things. I don't care for it. It's a fresh load too. Game's just crashed. Marvellous. So we'll jump back here for now. Dag nabbit all to hell. Bring up my face and we'll have a chat while I fix this, I guess. Goodness gracious me. That's really annoying. Anyway, I hope everyone's had a good day. The wonders of modern technology, boys and girls. You gotta love it. So we'll just wait for the game to reload. And then I guess we'll get back into it. That's all we can do. Delicious. Keep loading. Who are all these guys? Look at that Photoshop glory right there. Like that one definitely. Very odd. Load the game. Whatever. I did have a look today. I was looking at graphics cards because we wanted to upgrade for a little while. To it, I say upgrade. It's still an ancient card. A GTX 1650. I saw one from a place where I get all my cheap computer gear, and they were asking $589. And then another joint had one for well under 300. I was like, well, what the hell is that all about? Very odd. Very, very odd. I'm going to have to make all these adjustments to the squad again, aren't I? Yes. Yes, I am. It was Meridini who was going to miss out. We're going to bring Allegro onto the bench, move him. But Gray was going to come out. Silva. Was there anyone else I was going to have on the bench? I don't think so, but we're kind of missing a winger. Oh, because Vale's been injured. He comes back into training tomorrow. Okay, cool. Cool. That's all fixed up. Let's get to it. Are you a lefty or a righty? You're a righty. What about you, Petrosco? You're a right footer too. He's now up 3.5 star. Petrosco, finally. It's taken forever, but he's got himself there. All right, we are good to go. Against Fulham, who are all the way down in 16th, very early in the season though, only 5 games played, so take that with a grain of salt. That's better. Look, we've got a background and everything. The game stopped fritzing out on us. It's a fresh load as well. I restarted the game and everything, and now we're going to get totally punished for it, because you know what FM's like. Saka's been pretty good as well so far. We brought him in for cheap. He's getting the job done. We do have Fulham after our last match. Our last embarrassment at their hands. It shall not stand. Let's go out there and get some revenge. We are at home, so I'm quietly confident. I'm still nervous. I'm not fully trusting the squad just yet. Results have been going our way, but we saw last season that can all come undone very quickly. So, we'll see how we go. How are we doing with possession? Not super great. And we've already fouled them 4 times. So let's turn this off. In an effort to turn this around, we're going to go positive. There we go. Keep edging it. We're not getting enough of the ball. Slightly short of passing. Come on, guys. Can we do something, please? I'm not impressed so far. Win the football. They're just passing it around us, and we seem to be lacking the teeth to go and get it. We're lacking the attacking impetus that it's poor. Clear it. Lord. I was trying to get it over to Gil. Gil, incidentally, got his first cap for Brazil and also scored his first international goal during the international break. Very cool. That was rubbish, guys. Absolute rubbish. Just cut through us like butter. Who was this? Silver? Can't click on it. Stand still, you buggers. I'm livid. Going attacking. Need to pull this back. Quick smart. Coutinho's not showed up. Antonio's been awful on a 6.2. Need to get him off the park. Should have played Gray. Xhaka launches it, looking for Hosh. No joy. Again, they're just cutting through us. Who's picking these guys up? What is happening? We've been absolutely toothless here. Changing the shape. Pulling the defensive mid because it's doing nothing for us. And bringing on some fresh legs. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Do something awesome. Get back into this match. We have to. Alright. Puts it wide. Rubbish. Need to make some changes because Hosh, now that we know how to say his name, is tired. And so is Spreat. Savannah's going to come on for him. And that's it. That's a lot. That's all we can do. Just going to hope we can score and then get another one. And that's not going to help our cause. We've left ourselves wide open here because I switched it to attacking and they're going to hit us on the counter. Shaka's just giving that away way too cheaply. And this guy's just running rings around us all on his own. Come on, go. Run, you little freaks. This is good. Van is in. He scored! First goal of the stream. There's the pressure a little bit. But we need another one. I definitely didn't want to lose at home to Fulham. I don't want to walk away from this, a team well below us in the league, with only a point to show for it. Poor result. Disappointed. Not the start to the stream we were after. We don't talk to the media after draws. They're the results we weren't getting last season. Or rather, they are the results we were getting last season. Draws and losses against rubbish teams. We've been saying for ages, we need to turn those around this season. Granted, we had a couple of players who weren't fully fit, and Silver's not played at all really this season. He's had a couple of cameos, but that's it. But not happy. Not a happy camper. We had more shots too. Just hangover, I guess, from the international break. Westergren. Remember Westergren? Used to be one of ours. True story. So Bournemouth next to her in 7th. We've got to win this. Because if they win this, they'll jump us. So we're about to lose a position on the table, I suspect. No, I drew. Fair enough. Oh, I don't like it when we don't get the results we want. It's far less fun. Staff meeting. Send me an email. We're about to get an email telling me to sell players to fix the FFP. Sounds like a board problem. We'll deal with that in January. Our under 21s are in 2nd place. That's something. They drew as well against Charlton. Ugh. Alright, we need to turn that rubbish result around against Bournemouth. So here we go, I guess. Fingies crucified. But yeah, I want a much better result against Bournemouth. A draw at home is super frustrating. It just reinforces the biggest enemy I have in life is international breaks. Ruined us. Absolutely ruined us. Available players. Maybe. I'm not selling Guay. We are going to have to sell a couple of bodies there. Although a couple of players we sent out on loan who I don't want have options for clubs to buy. So if they decide to pull the trigger in January, that would be helpful. Yeah, sure. Move him up. Trust goes for... Doesn't want to compliment. Fair enough. You're a deal. Keep on cruising. Nearly time for a press conference, and we dive into another game. They come thick and fast. None of these guys are going to get work permits. Because they don't have continental qualifications. Posh. I've learned how to say our striker's name. Posh. It's going to take some getting used to. It's weird. Maybe we should give him a nickname and put it in brackets, like phonetically or something. Yep. What were they recommending? It's a whole bunch of changes. Cards on the right, yeah, we can do that. Silva, Delabasic, yes. Novakovic, yep. Yep. I want Bali on the bench. Not for this one. It's not quite cooked yet. See how we go. change the scouts. We're fine. Got the under 18s manager. Hey, is he any good? Not really. He'll do. He will do. That should fill all our staff vacancies, which is delightful. Trust goes trained well. Good job. Hope for a much better performance. We're at home again. 3 home games in a row. It doesn't happen often. Bodes ill because it means we've got a bunch of away games coming up later in the season, which are not our forte. But so they reckon Horak on the right, Burner on the left. But what if we give Saka a breather? This. Oh, he can come in. Shaka. That'll work. Probably dumb. We'll find out either way. Let's go. We're giving it a shot. We had a dead ball from Hosh as well in that last match. No score. So hopefully we can turn that around. Right, encouragement from the off. Let's go, gentlemen. Light them up. Playing very defensive, which means they're probably looking to hit on the break, so I don't want to open up too early. Gone positive to try and create something, because we're not creating any chances. Why's he taking a free kick from all the way back there? It seems really dumb. Oh, that's gone just wide from Coutinho. But it was a header from a long way out, which is just frustrating. Gonna demand more. Come on, guys. Pull your digits out. Very flat. Hey, Gills in with a header. That's got to count, surely. We'll wait for confirmation because I don't want to make myself look like a deal. Yep, that's counting. Awesome stuff. 1-0 up. We will play for set pieces. I'll drop back to balanced. In the hope that we don't do something stupid and concede right now. We're trying our best. Costa spares our blushes. Thank goodness we've got a goalkeeper who can actually stop the occasional goal. Damn it! He just got fit again. Spria with the corner. Enjoy. Bournemouth head clear. We're taking our time getting the ball. Bailey. Out to Novakovic. Plays it across. Finds Gill. He's put his shot wide. Bailey's having a shocker. feels exhausted, so Roberta can have a run. That'll work. Win the football. Right, get it out wide to Espria. Plays it through for Gil. Just trying to launch it up towards Hosh. His name we know how to pronounce now. Panicada's giving that away cheaply. It's lazy passing, gentlemen. Rack. That's Panicada's. Let's get that ball moving. Espria makes an excellent run. He's got options, finds Gil. He's been denied again. That's his last contribution for the day. We're going to throw him now. It's a long throw from Novakovic. Knocking it around us with relative ease. Esprit tracks back, picks up the loose ball, plays it through to Roberto. To Allegro, over the top, looking for Hosh. No joy. They've only headed as far as Sprea. Back in the direction of Hosh again, and now they're looking to break. This guy's got the legs on us. Delabasic's just going to get himself sent off here. And he's given away a penalty. Now we've got a mountain to climb. Come on, get a second goal. Nearly. 5 minutes to hang on in injury time. And they've got the football. Drop body's bet to try and help out the defence and Horak and the others, but I don't know if it's enough. They're breaking through. Costa's there to cover. That was a scary moment. 3 minutes to go. We're not exactly convincing, are we? I'm not even going to get up to Delabas, which did what he needed to do. Gil didn't want a compliment. Probably because he should have had a hat trick. Not super convincing, but it moves us up to third place. I'll take it. He's out for weeks. We won't appeal it. We're now 9 games unbeaten, so that's a thing. That is a good thing. The walking wounded at the moment. Oh, he's getting a warning. Upset Hosh. But he wasn't good enough in that game. It's a 6.3. He's crazy. Bailey's accepted his, so that's fine. We're in Norwich in the league. Not that far behind us, so I don't really want to do anything drastic or take too many chances here. Technically, we need to make the quarters of the Carabao Cup again. So we need to navigate our way past Norwich, if at all possible. We're not playing great football. Like, we're not in super good form. It's a worry. Definitely a worry. We did outplay them, but we need to convert those chances. Hopefully we can do better against Norwich. Did I rest everybody? I think I did. Fuck, in a minute, I guess. Oh. I'll do that now. Bench. Come on, Norwich, lose. Oh, they drew. They've already played. Cool. So they moved up to 8. Yeah. Check us out. Only 4 points off top. Need to keep this going. Results. I don't care if we grind out 1-0s all season long. I would like us to get back to our free-flowing, awesome scoring ways. Take a win however we can get them, as long as we don't lose those stupid games. And we saw from last season that really, even those games we lost last season, as down as I was on that first result tonight, if we can change those losses into draws, you're doing well. Viker has been doing pretty well so far in the Bundesliga. He's only played 3 games, that's a bit of a worry. But look at that, he's played in Europa League as well. Nice. He's got a goal, a couple of assists. That's what we want to see. Viket's a big piece of the puzzle for next season. I want him to have a really good season out on loan, then come back and be awesome for us. No, I don't want to do this. Got the edge apparently because of our home advantage. Let's do the press conference. Novakovic in Team of the Week. Nice one, Novakovic. Good work. Love to see it. Christensen is back in training. Let's watch him get injured all over again. I can't believe Varley's out for another 6 weeks. This is my big hope for left wing. Supposed to be apprenticing under Xhaka. You've got to get the job done, buddy. You've got to play. You're not going to reach your potential and they're going to have to move you on and it's going to break my little heart. Expected to win. I am going to play the youngster. He's going to get a start. because why the hell not? Unless Marindina's fit. They're telling me not to start him and just start Hosh, so... Any match, won't be able to play again. Let's see how we go. Yeah, Norwich, that's right, end of last season, they smashed us. 4-0, definitely want revenge. Get out there and get it done, gentlemen. That being the case, I probably should have kept Coutinho in midfield. Great chances, but we're not converting them. Kenny's flat, Vernon's flat. Come on, we cannot afford to go to extra time or any of that rubbish in this game, guys. It's Dario with the throw. It's Werner. Over to Gil. He nearly gives it away. Here's Werner, he's in, and he scored his 3rd goal of the season for the youngster. I am vindicated for picking him over Aspria. 1-0, right on the stroke of half time. Get your cliche bingo cards out, kids, because that's a nice time to score. Doink, doink. Lovely take too. One touch, puts it on his right foot, and thwack. I approve of his method. We can all do better. Let's go. Demanding more. You know, when I demand more, it means I want goals, gentlemen. All of the goals. Ooh. Gil's done well to intercept there. Back to back. Koviak over the top to Xhaka. Hosh. Nope. Thought he was in there. I got really excited. Needs a goal. He's played 2 games without scoring. I don't know what's happening. I don't understand. It should be near post. He's annoying me now. He's doing this on purpose, isn't he? Let's kill out for Coutinho. I don't think you guys have seen Maradona play yet. Our backup striker. Here's Roberto. Nearly. Werner's in again. Oh, he just couldn't get enough on that. Tap it in. You need to hit that one a bit harder, kiddo. Saka with the corner to the far post. And that hasn't really worked out for us, has it? This highlight's about to end, I suspect. Yep. Bonus tide can come off for Aspria. Allegro midfield. pushing harder now. We need to drop back a bit. Oh, we've got a missed header there. That's bad. That's bad. Oh! Do not want to go to extra time, and that counts. Silver, just stay still. Yep. Yeah, we all saw it. Click the berate button. Berate them. Oh, we should never have let him back into this game. It's got to go to penalties. Hate penalties. I'm sick of doing penalties, and I don't want to lose to Norwich of all teams on penalties. Good save from Costa. Oh God, we're taking penalties and we've got Saka. Roberto steps up for our first pen and nails it. See if Costa can pull off another save. He cannot. So we need to convert this one, or we're back on level pegging. One of the most experienced players on the team. He does have a bit of previous with penalties though, but he nails this one. Excellent stuff. We're still ahead. See if Costa can get lucky and pull off another good save. Nope, doesn't need to. Genders hit the post. Aha! So the kid, well not the kid, he's actually older than Hosh, steps up to take his penalty. First real bit of action for the season is putting a goal in a shootout. Lovely, lovely stuff. If Norwich win this one, I believe we're through. Well, they're through, and we go through. So that would be nice. Costa goes right way, can't quite reach it, so we just need to convert this shot. We can all go home for a shower and a cup of cocoa. Ooh, hot chocolate. I want hot chocolate. Coutinho, our best player. Nails it and seals the win. We did it the hard way. We should never have conceded that goal. But another result. No one lit the world on fire. All 7.1s. No one hit 7.5, which is pretty telling. We're going to play Chelsea next. I'm not starting Hosh because he hasn't had it. He needs to sit out. Message can come back in. Don't need a day off. We've got a recovery day tomorrow. We're still undefeated. Which is crazy. The wheels are going to come off at some point. If we can get this win over Chelsea, who again are below us in the league, but it's still a big ask, given they were champions last season. Got to put us to 18 points, and we'd stay in touch with the teams above us. which is exactly where we want to be. This is like the zone we want to be in all season. Fourth round, we have drawn Arsenal. Say, our Carabao Cup journey's probably over, and that's okay because I don't really care. Board expectation is we meet the latter stages, I believe. I'm not that fast. We're also away to Chelsea, so that makes this that little bit tougher. But we're pretty much full strength. Barrackfield can't play anyway because he's on loan from Chelsea. I was going to add him into the squad because I thought he can give us some cover on one of the wings. But he really can't. We've also got some tired bodies. Okay. Press conference is done. How are the dynamics? Pretty good. Taking a little bit of a hit in the morale from the draws, I guess, but me and Ten Hag are mates, apparently. Take it. Oh god, we got Arsenal after this too. Made that like a hole in the head. But again, we want to be playing in Europe. Playing Europe, we've got to compete with the likes of Arsenal. So it'll be a good gauge of where we're at. If we're miles and miles and miles behind and completely outclassed, we know it's going to be a tough gig, but we're getting it. Squad's coming together. We've been a little bit ropey, but we're still getting results. And that matters. We can have a bit of a hiccup, not be at our best, and still grind it out. It's a positive thing. And we're not massively leaking goals all over the place. We've been pretty stingy, but we do need to tighten things up. Bailey's been disappointed lately, and Hodge has been really disappointing tonight. So I guess we'll see how he goes off the bench this evening, because he's not starting this game. I'm going to play Horak over Gill. I think I will. Because Gill's pretty tired. Yeah. Let's do it. Delabas is back in, having served his suspension. Pump those fists. Let's go. Chelsea are expanding their stadium. That seems unfair. Why aren't we allowed to do that? I've gone positive straight away because I could see the possession slipping for us. Don't give the ball away cheaply, Espria. He doesn't. He's got it over the top to Coutinho. Ah! Frustrating. It's a really good chance. Turn the get stuck in off because this is Chelsea, and those shenanigans are probably going to hurt us more than help us. Turned off wet ball in the box and asked them to play for set pieces because we've been pretty successful with those. But now these clowns have got the ball. Let's just drop us back to balanced and see if that makes a difference. Trying to hit us out wide. Koviak has done well to win the football. And then Shaka's just gone and lost it. Don't do that. I don't like it. Delabasic doing what I've been telling him to do for years, which is in that position, just leather it. Good Lord, we are under the pump, something fierce. I've had 8 shots. They are all over us. 9 shots. Rowan was giving it away. Kovacic just missed a header. I mean, what do we do about this? Jeez, we are riding our luck, something fierce here. This is not good enough. Kovacic having a shocker, surprise, surprise. And Medina, it's not been great. Changes incoming, I've seen enough. Looking dangerously here, knocking it around like that. Oh my God! Doing my head in. I don't know what to do to turn this around. Now Patino's exhausted again. This guy has no legs at all. Attacking was probably a little bit too ambitious for our needs. We can't keep the football. How are they... Damn it! We've had 1 shot, they've had 20. We're playing like crap and now we're chasing the game. Just mistake after mistake after mistake. We've just been really poor. This is where the wheels come off, everybody. Oh, again, Roberto! I thought that was an own goal. So poor. Oh, first loss. And we were never in that game. Weren't even close to being competitive. No, you don't get a day off after that. There we go. Morale boost after a loss. Important stuff. We got Arsenal at home, who are leading the league. We haven't dropped a position though. Still. We hadn't been playing well against poor teams. We've come up against a better team and we've been found wanting. We were punished. We lose a bit of ground to the leaders. 5 points off the pace. And Hosh still goalless. You've lost your shot, mate. You get a warning for your last game. You get dropped. Don't like having a disciplined players. Do it when they suck. They sucked in that Chelsea game. We're better than that, surely. We beat Chelsea last season. 4-1. Right, these guys are a little bit scary. They've got our old defender, Emaro Carrera from Arminia Bielefeld. They've got our old defensive midfielder in Ricardo Franco. So we know they've got a couple of players who are decent. They're also top of the league. But the worst goal difference for us. just not quite sure what to do. It's unlike us to be giving up possession the way that we are. So maybe... So what you want to support instruction. Plays with complete forward. He's good enough to do it, or as good at playing complete forward as he is advanced forward. Give him free reign. See if that changes his fortunes. He hasn't scored in 4 games. Just let him do whatever he wants. And we've seen like Gill and co making really good runs out of midfield. So if he starts setting up others to score, getting some assists as well as the goals, that'd be great. As it stands, he's not really doing anything. So if we can get him doing something, that'd be awesome. It's because I had to restart the game. That's what broke it. It's always the way. Finally get a consistent striker, and now he's consistent at not scoring. I feel betrayed. So you reckon he's our top target with a price tag of 194 to 214 million. How do you propose I'm going to pay for that, champ? You're a moron, Dan Ashworth. Absolute moron. He's also injury prone. What an idiot. Board pretty happy. Supporters are happy-ish. Kick could be alright at some point. Interesting stuff, but not interesting enough. Come on, let's just get to the Arsenal game and take our medicine. Hey, Alan! Tactics. Plays roles, put the best out of play picks. Yeah. I usually go with what they're best suited to, and I prefer playing with an advanced forward. I always prefer having my striker as advanced forward. But yeah, I think at the moment, just while we're starving for goals, let's just let him do what he wants. I'll turn that off too and keep it simpler. Simplify the tactic a little bit. And hope it makes a difference. This is dumb. No. Dumb, dumb, dumb. This could either be an amazing result or really, really painful. If we beat Arsenal, I'll be ecstatic. If we get destroyed, I'm going to be really sad. Maradona was really disappointing in that. I mean, everyone was disappointing in that Chelsea game. We were horrible. 2 shots all game. That's what we do to teams. Shouldn't be done to us. Saka. Playing Saka because we're playing Arsenal. Maybe you can psych him out for us. So here we go. Here we go. Let's get her done. Then we've got another international break. Alright, let's dive in. Nah, all of that's wrong. They know they're saying put Asprilla back in and move forward to midfield. Alright, try that. It's the worst that can happen. No idea. We're throwing everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. Let's go, gents. We're at home. Don't embarrass me. They've got 76 possession. 76% possession. You're embarrassing me. Hey, we've had a couple of shots. Better. Man down on the pitch because Shaq's taken a knock. We're going to have to sub him off. That's not ideal in the first half. This whole letting them pass the ball around like that, I don't like. You know I hate this stuff. You know I hate this even more. Is Saka going to bounce back or is he done? Like done. Damn it. He's not improving. Oh my god. Look how tired they are. Come on, guys. Coutinho spent again. The last stoppage, we need to make a change. Still riding our luck a little bit here. Come on. Let's get a go. Let's put them on the back foot. Put them under some pressure. Yes, Barracliff scores. Count it, ref. Count it. Don't be a beast. Don't be a monster. He's onside. It's fine. Goal awarded. 1-0 up. Oh, crap. Drop this. It's goal. His third goal of the season. I think it's his first league goal for us from the low knee. Yes, we know it was tight offside. Nobody cares. Alright, we need to drop this back to balanced straight away. Come on. Just hold on. 4 minutes. We're going to beat league leaders Arsenal. Yes! That's a good win. Well done, gentlemen. Did it the hard way. Very much the hard way, but we got there. Bakovic had a good game. Barracliff also did well. That should see us jump up the table a little bit, I think. And we also needed a win to bounce back after losing to Chelsea. So that puts us up into third place. Only 2 points behind Arsenal now. Very interesting. We don't need to rest anybody because it's international break. These fitness levels are a real worry. Big worry. Oh, my headphones are right on the button on my hat. It's digging into my melon. Alright. Win is win is win. And I'm pretty happy. How are we doing for money? Not great. Not great at all. We're massively going to fail FFP. Unless we can do something crazy, get some prize money, have it sort itself out. So just in case, because it can result in a 5-point deduction, we need to do extra well this season. Korak's making positive development. I like it. What do we do about our striker who's not scoring goals? The whole bloody team away on international duty, so there's no point setting up a friendly or anything else. My word. Just got an extra 2.5 million, no, that's nice. How are the dynamics after that win? Good shot in the arm. I like it. I like it very much. What are we in now? October. Viker has scored again. Good man. Keep it up, kid. Keep smashing it like that. We'll recall you in January. Because we're going to have to sell somebody. Alright. Acknowledge your existence. Let's just race through this. I hate international breaks. This is the content you're all here for. Continue Manager 2023. Best game in the universe. $10,000 for AFL trophy win. Nice. Must be the under 21s. Ah, because I haven't got the real name fixed in. It's Papa John's trophy. That's what it is. The pizza cup. It was a crusty cup. Whatever you call it. So tomorrow night, Wednesday night, is the usual stream night off. No stream tomorrow night, in case you're wondering. Don't get upset. It's just how we always do it. What I will be doing tomorrow night is going to see the Smashing Pumpkins and Jane's Addiction. Read them and wait. Never seen Smashing Pumpkins play live before. Cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. I'm very excited. Going with a sister from another mister, the Baxter, and her hubby. And we're all hoping they play Bullet and Butterfly Wings. But if they don't, it'll be fine. Because they're awesome. And I get to see Josh Klinghoffer, formerly of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Who joined them to replace John Frusciante a while back. Yeah, so second Red Hot Chili Peppers guitarist I get to see this year. Fan freaking tastic. Very excited. Korak's done a good train. And Verna's starting to play well more consistently too. Which I really like. Good training. And Roberto, also, good training. Spent a lot of money on you to drag you over here from Brazil. He's doing the Lord's work. I'll have to take a breather shortly and hit the bathroom. But we'll get all queued up for the next game before I do that. And then we'll probably try to smash out the last, 3 for the stream in pretty quick succession. Look at it. We dropped down a 4th. But it's fine. That's like exactly the territory we want to be in. Oh, we're going to play bloody Arsenal again. Right. Brighton away and Villa. Brighton are in the bottom half of the table, so we should be able to win that. Villa's probably the danger game, and Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. We don't really care. If we have a look at club vision for this season, be competitive. We've been competitive. If we lose to Arsenal, it's fine. We don't really give a toss. But if we can get past them, that would be fantastic. Because again, Mickey Mouse Cup is a potential route to Europe. So we're not writing off any opportunity. Everything's on the table. The amount of games we have to play is ridiculous, and it's going to hurt. But yeah, Carabao Cup final, I wouldn't sneeze at that. And as we talked about last night, I've promised a butt ton of players that we're going to win some species of domestic cup in the next season, 2 seasons. Carabao Cup would do nicely. An FA Cup would be wonderful. But I'll take a Carabao Cup for now. Just so we don't have a player revolt on our hands. I want to go to training because I want to work on something else. Yep. Possession, vertical, no, we're going to do control possession here too. And we need this und das. Alan's doing great in his season. Leisure Football plays in for free. Nice one. Well, we got Bukayo Saka for $7.5 million. I was pretty happy with that deal. He's 34 in this universe, so, you know, he's not the mega superstar Bukayo Saka. But he's been recalled to the England squad, and he scored. You're welcome, sir. There you go. We've got a 34-year-old back in the England squad. And our midfielder, Bailey, also got called up to the England squad, which is great. I'm pretty happy with where this squad is now, in all honesty. And I think we're at the point that I've been wanting to get to for a long time, which is summer coming up. Bargain kids with huge potential to start a production line and to get them in early, looking ahead to the next 3-4 seasons for European qualification and registration to get them homegrown. And then just upgrading players, like 1-2 big transfers per season, and that's it. We won't be spending as much as we have been spending, that's for sure. We need to rein that in. We spent £500 million in 2 seasons. It's ridiculous. We've sold a bunch of players as well. Like, we've sold just as many pounds worth of player. So we're doing big business, but we need to spend less to get this club back in the black. However, it is more of a board problem than an us problem. But if financial fair play costs us a European spot, I'll be livid. Yeah, Christensen's one we can sell. I think if anyone would buy him, he's 33, he's been out with an injury forever. But if we can get some money in for him, that'll help. Nice. 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 Yes, move him up. What do we do about Hosh? He did play better as a complete forward. He had a higher rating against Arsenal, so I think we're going to stick with that for the time being. No! Stop getting injured, you morons. One of them's Lacazette. Nice. Sam Carley. And Kone. They're all good pickups, especially if you got them on a free. Nicely done. Whoops. Yeah, we fit again? 3 days? Nope. Nope, I don't like any of that. I'll tell you what I will do though, I'll rest Patino again. I've got him weak between games, so... Oh, I didn't want to say that about Barker. You're lefty or righty? You can play with either foot, and Roberto is a righty. You can play with either foot as well. Interesting. Barracliff to start. Nope, don't want to do any of that. What a load of crud burgers. Moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. I'm not going to criticise Christensen. He's just come back from a broken leg that's had him out forever. I'm a monster, but I'm not that much of a monster. I'm going to praise all these guys. Try to keep the dynamics up. Well, see, now Hosh is trained well, so I'm going to put him back in and hope he repays the faith I'm showing in him. How is your development going, young man? Brilliantly. Keep it up. How old are you now? 22. Running out of time, buddy. Hope I get loads of money for him. Aubameyang's returning seat. Yep. Money's good. That's the risk you run with the oldies, though, and the legends, that they just run out their contract and then either don't re-sign or retire, and then you can't get any kind of value for them at the end of their rope. Like, we'll get nothing for Sacco. We'll get nothing for Asprilla when he hangs it up. We might, but nowhere near the value. You've got to flip them like at the 29, 30 mark when teams are still, well, they can contribute something. And yeah, hope you've sucked them right in, basically. He's out for another 10 days. I guess I've got Novakovic who can play at left wing in a pinch. I could put Burn on the left. No, I'm going to stick with this. I like this. That's the deal. This is what we're doing. Oh, cool. Almost game time. Can we pick up another 3 points? We should, because these guys are 19th. There they are. We're just 5 points. We're well ahead of them, but we know from last season taking advantage of these clowns is not our forte. Right, break time. I'm going to the bathroom. Everybody get up, stretch your legs, stretch your cables, take a walk, smoke if you got them. We'll be back in a few minutes to see if we can actually defeat Brighton away from home. There's no guarantees, but we'll see how we go. Don't go anywhere. I know if you do. We'll be right back. Bam. All right, let's go. Brighton. Game on, kids. Going up the league. Hells yeah, we are. Well, we're not. We're sitting in 4th again. But 4th is fine. We like it. Unless you're talking about yourself. Lucas is playing NHL 23. Show you what we've been doing. We're 4th on the table with 18 points, which is great. We lost our first game of the season. Boo! Against Chelsea. We were awful. But we drew with Fulham. That wasn't great. We barely beat Bournemouth. We scraped through on penalties against Norwich, lost to Chelsea, and then we beat league leaders Arsenal 1-0 at the death. But Hosh, formerly known as Goaz, has stopped scoring. He's been awful this stream. So we really need him to turn it around. And we're coming back into it now after an international break. And we're hoping he finds form, because we're relying on him to score our goals. We're also now playing him as a complete forward instead of an advanced forward, just to try and get something else out of him. So, see how we go. And we've rotated a little bit for this game. A little bit. Hopefully it works. But we seem to be struggling for fitness a little bit. Patino's been running out of gas really, like a lot earlier than he has been, which is a worry. It's been a bit flat. Quality finishing, dominate the midfield, solid defensive work. Let's go. We've got a good enough team now that I'm actually comfortable trying to put a bit of pressure on them in the team talk. Kick it off. Stop messing about. Let's do it. And Alan's got to play Aberdeen. Good luck. Encourage the lads because we're away from home. Hodge has had a shot. We've had 2 shots. Possession's pretty level. And they've got to throw in. Get the football back. They're doing that thing where they pass it and we don't have the ball. I hate it. Gill tries to clear. Only gets it as far as their midfielder. Now they're trying to break into our area, which I don't care for at all. Oh, they got the ball away. We've left this guy free, which is dumb. Yeah. Gill now gets on Tosh. Excellent. He's found his runner in Saka. He's looking for a pass. He finds Gill. He's got acres of space. Gill scored. 3rd goal of the season for Gill. And we're ahead after 20 minutes. In playoff news. So the Aus game didn't go well. Leafs came back for 4-1. Nice. Devils beat the Rangers. Interesting. Knights. I don't care about the Knights. Jimmy Butler dropped 56 points. Load management. What? Right. Bailey launches it. Oh, I thought he was going to take that out of the box. That would have been great. Now they're leathering it up the field. That's our job. You also missed, Mr. Lucas. Delabasic, in defence, got the football and just hoiked it up the pitch again. Just launched it, which we've been begging him to do forever. It was great. I think that was in the Chelsea game though, so it didn't really matter for anything. But it was still good to see. Clearly he's been watching the stream and learning what I hate. Here's Roberto. Weak sauce. Took it a bit too wide. Josh Manson took penalty. Yeah. I'm going to demand more, even though we're away from home. Did I upset everybody? Not really. We're fine. Get the ball back, gents. Do we drop back to balanced or do we just press on? I think we press on here. Trying to play it through. We've been caught a little bit here. Oh, we've left ourselves open in the center. to drop back to balanced and just try to shore things up before half time. Don't concede now. I just hit the praise button. Delabasic is an idiot. He's given away a penalty. I just hit the praise button. Damn it. Right before half time. That's infuriating. Again, just not getting it done in attack. So frustrating. Why have we gone from being awesome to so poor so quickly? Can we get the ball out from under our feet, please, and do something creative with it? Got to get Roberto off the pitch. He's on a 6.2. Attacking. I'm going with two up front. Can we not draw with Brighton? Can we stop doing this, guys? Garbage. I'm gonna have to find Hush. Getting fine because he's been crap. Berto's definitely getting fined. Most heat bit Bucks in their series would be 6th time ever one series lost one. That's crazy. 2-1 at Aberdeen. No, Alan, pull it back. You've caught my disease. I'm sorry. I was just getting left out. Doing my head in. Legit doing my head in. But hey, we moved up to 3rd. That's pretty nuts. Did Tottenham lose? Yes, West Brom beat them. Nice. Valuable point. Alright, that's cheered me up a bit. But again, Brighton, way down the league, they're the teams we have to beat, and we're just not getting the results we need. And that was just because of a stupid mistake. Needless penalty from Delabasic. The guy was right out wide. No reason to foul him out there. Breaking the tactic. Because we got to do something. Still 3rd. Nice. Lock that in. And we've got a 6-point gap back to here. Falling out of the European places. That's important. We need to get that gap nice and big before the end of the season. Preferably before Christmas. Give ourselves some breathing room. Some set piece training. Thank you very much. Ta-ta-ta. It's nearly 10 o'clock. Still got 2 games I want to get through tonight. Hey, Alessandro Delacourt has scored. He's had 2 appearances in Europa League as well. Nice. That's what we want from the kid. Beautiful stuff. Any other important loanees doing stuff? Not really. Not really. We just lost our goalkeeper for 5 days from food poisoning. Someone ate the bad shrimp. What a deal. Ivan Pollard. Still ridiculously expensive. We shall try again next summer. It's the midfielder I tried to get on a free transfer. Went to Real Madrid instead. Can't say I blame him. get out there, play 60 minutes, score some friggin' goals. Probably dumb to take my number one striker and tell him, you know what, go out and play for the juniors, even though we've got a bunch of games coming up, but needs must. 2-2, way to peg him back. None of your players really scare me. But yeah, Hosh, I think we just need to leave out for a game completely and show him, like, yeah, you're the first choice striker, but if you're playing like crap, you're not getting a run. Only one of our strikers has scored tonight, the lone E, Barrowman. So disappointed. His average rating went from like 7.8 to... Not happy. Let's get to the football. Yeah, there you go. He went out and scored 2 goals. He's still not playing against Villa. He's got to learn. Come away with a draw. It's not bad. Take a draw. As you've seen, we drew our game, moved up a spot in the league. Every point helps. Even though draws are infuriating. And especially ones like that where you're 1-0 up and your bloody defender does something stupid. See, I hate it when that happens too. I'm like, you've been infuriating, I'm not playing you. And he goes out, scores 2 goals for the Rezzies, and has trained better than everyone else this week. But it's a risk. It's like, do I play you again and you just don't show up and force me to waste a substitution, or are you actually going to put in a shift? We're not in a position to go out and get another striker in January. Like, we need him to rediscover that form. Top of the table, 10 points clear. I'm very, very jealous of your success, sir. Delbash's Pentecost, spray of horror. Alright, we can give that a shot. Actually, no, I'm pretty happy with this, but I will play Pentecost. Fine, you're on the bench. Fine, fine, fine. It's gonna bite me in the bum, isn't it? Feel it in my jellies. Gotta get a result in this game. Got to. Imagine if we could get past Arsenal. Carabao Cup. Imagine we could win the Carabao Cup. Guarantee ourselves European qualification. Then we don't have to give us stuff about anything else all season, really. It'd be great. But we're not going to imagine. Because the job right now is to try and get past Aston Villa somehow. Barley, how much longer are you out for? He's almost fit again. We will nurse him back into the squad. We're not going to rush him in. So he won't play in that cup game. So I'm not going to chance him. Oh. Pick the squad. It's what we're going with. For good or ill. Trust the players. Trust our signings. Trust the scouts. Even though I don't trust anything or anyone. Everything I just said is lies. Nope, we got some green. I'm good. Kick it off. Let's go. Encourage straight away. That's not our shirt. That's their shirt. Why have they got the football? We forced them all the way back to the keeper. That's something. Hey, Horak's taking the ball away. Have a run, kid. He's not a kid. Oh, that's a great ball. Oh, that's a lovely goal. Assist from Gil. I'm giving that a trumpet. Trumpet blast. Great work from Horak. Barracliff. 1-2 with Gil. Threads the needle. First time. Whack. Repays my faith. The loinee, don't you know? We're 1-0 up after 3 minutes. That's more like it. I'm going to praise him. Even though they'll probably get confused. Yep. Didn't really have the desired effect. They're kicking it out. Win the football. That's not winning the football. That's giving the football away. Get it back. Barracliff really should have tracked back there to attack that. I think they were trying to pass it to me over here on the touchline. That seems a bit silly. Win it. Why are we second to everything? Asprilla, running. It's got options. Barracliff to Gil. It's got runners. Horak plays it through to Patino. And that's very, very cheeky. The ref's going to have another look at it. I think he's fine. But we'll wait and see. Yes, 2-0. Come on. Oh, trumpets. Patino's first goal of the season. It's taken him a while. Yes. Goals. Goals. Finally, goals. I don't know about you guys, but that looked pretty friggin' offside to me. But, hey, referee said it was fine. It went to VAR. Who are we to argue? We broke the game, everybody. Even football managers like, yeah, you've had a hard run tonight. Hasn't been much fun. So we'll throw you a bone. I can see what they're trying to do there. Barracliff wasn't awake to it in any way, shape or form. Costa, don't come out that far. Right in mouth moment. Gil to Horak, back into Barracliff. He's done well. He's found Patino. He's got his second. And we are 3-0 up, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, 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 yes. Hercules, Hercules. So it was give out to Horak. I thought we were going to lose it here, but Barracliff did really well and played a lovely ball to Patino to pick up the assist. Oh, we're not going to count our chickens, but I'm pretty happy with the way everything's going down right now. Let's press on, gentlemen. Barracliff again to Horak. Oh, he's put it just wide. Praise, lads. Aspria launches it. It's found Bailey. He's hit the crossbar. I think he hit the crossbar and the post there with that header. He got a lot of welly on it with his noggin, is what he did. Sad times. Alright. I mean, I have no complaints. Continue, gentlemen, as you were. Don't screw it up. I don't like that there's a highlight from the kickoff. This vexes me greatly. Do we drop back balanced? I mean, they're going to come at us. Horak wins it in midfield. Back to Bailey. Plays it out to Panikadis, who was a little bit lazy in getting to that one, but he's got away with it. He's having a run down the wing. Crosses in to the area. And they head clear. Come on. Press up. We've got to jam them up back here. Let's not have this turn into a counter and conceding. Blinded space out wide, which I don't like. But we've taken it back. Nice. Up to Patino. He's got options in front of him. Out to Aspria. He's found a bit of space. Back to Patino. He sprays it wide, chasing his hat trick. A little bit more end-to-end at the moment than I'd like. Oh, they're getting through here. I don't know if we drop it back to balance, but we're under a bit of pressure early. Hitting praise just to try and keep morale up, but let's not concede from a corner, guys. Let's get this ball out of here, clear it. Let's get the ball and leather it. Just looking at fitness to make changes. Make a game we're on top of. Let's put the fear of God into him. Put Hosh on. Horak's had a good game, but I want Berner to contribute. And throw Roberto on. See if he can redeem himself. We are going to drop back to balance because I don't like how much they're coming at us at the moment. I just want to try and shore things up a little bit. It's a good ball. Looking for Hosh. He's not going to get to that one first. They're going to play it all the way back to the keeper. Nope. To the centre back. Try and hit us again on bloody counter. Novakovic with a poor header. He could have just collected that. So either communication's not there and nobody gave him the shout, or he's a numpty. Oh, god damn it. Here we go. Berner with free kick. Pops it up. Oh, I just hit the bloody woodwork. We need him to score. We need to get his confidence back. Back to positive. Need to make a couple of changes. Throw on Del Basic. Shaka on the left. And that's our lot right there. "25 shots we've had. Saka with the corner. The woodwork again. Oh, is the match engine back to doing this to us? Got 3 minutes to hold out, or 2 minutes now. We're a man down through injury, which isn't ideal. Saka, what are you doing? No! All of our players are way too tired, given that we've got to back up again in 2 days for the Arsenal game. I don't know why our players can't survive 90 minutes. What are you clowns doing? Play the ball forward, Vakovic. They're wasting time. We're not a time-wasting team. You do not have instructions to do this. Ever. And it's going to cost us. This is what you get for dicking around with it, you idiots. Go, Hosh. Go. Run. Run like the wind. Beat everybody. Go yourself. It's full time. That was good stuff. Much better performance. That puts us up into second place. Second place, kids. Hell yeah. My card is out for 3 weeks. What's Ten Hag one? Oh, he's checking out Barraclet. Okay. Damn it. Per day. Right, next up, Arsenal. This will be the last game of the stream because this will get us up to the end of October. And then when we come back, it'll be November Rain on Thursday. That's the plan. Pep's upset because Allegri's not playing. Well, I can't play him in this one because he's ineligible. Shut your face, Pep. You're an idiot. One of our players got sent off. He's out on loan. Well, that's a bit dumb, isn't it? What a silly bear. Arsenal. So what do? We drew with them last time? Or did we beat them? No, we beat League Leads Arsenal 1-0. So if we do that again, it'd be marvellous. It'd be the stuff of dreams. Team of the week. Petrosco is in. Lovely. Hey, Off Man has rated with 278 viewers. Holy ever living crap. It's a Manny raid. Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Manny, for joining us here at the Wizard of Aus on Anzac Day here in Australia. I was just having a look at my squad, but I don't want to change it now. Good to see you all. Thank you for coming along. Hey, Ronaldo and Bo Daddy and Nikshish. I don't know how to say it, but it looks awesome. Wayne, thank you for the follow. Osmoose, thank you for the follow. Where in Australia am I from? I am from Adelaide. I moved back here in June last year. I love Shuri, thank you for the follow. I'm not going to be able to keep up with this. It's going to be a nightmare and also hilarious. Thank you all for swinging by. Let me get you up to speed on the save. We're expected to lose against Arsenal. It's the Mickey Mouse Cup, so nobody cares. So before we dive into that, let's take you through what's going on here. So, name of the game here. Save is called the Wizard of Aus. Because I live in Australia and I'm a crazy Australian person. Goryax, thank you for the follow. You're not going to be able to see it because the follow emote's in the way. Anyway, so we started the save. It's our main save for Football Manager 2023. We kicked off in my hometown of Adelaide with Adelaide United. We won the A-League finals. We won the Australian version of the FA Cup, the FFA Cup. That was awesome. Then we jetted off to South Korea. Never managed there before with the mighty Johnny M Dragons. We won everything. Got promoted to K-League 1 after winning K-League 2. Won K-League 1. Won the Korean FA Cup and the Asian Champions League, which was epic. Next stop, Italy. We made it to Europe with Palermo FC in Serie B. We couldn't get promoted because we ran out of money. So we ran away with our tails between our legs like the mercenaries we are. Landed in Germany with Arminia Bielefeld in Zwei Bundesliga. Got promoted. 2 German Cup finals, we didn't win. A Europa League final that we didn't win. And a Conference League championship to our name. That was good enough to get us the gig right here where we are now with Newcastle in the Premiership in jolly old England. But the mission of the save is to get all the way from where we started in Australia to Champions League glory. That's the mission. It's our second season with Newcastle. We're currently sitting second in the league. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what the Wizard of Aus is all about. Now you know your ABCs. Won't you come and play with me? And we're going to play right now. We're going to play Arsenal. Thank you for all those follows that dropped in. Goryax, I already thanked you. NEWCASTLE, I dropped one as well. Oshmuse, Schwain. Fantastic stuff. And Manny, thank you again for the raid. I hope you had a good stream. I hope the stream was epic. Thank you, Tom, for a follow. I'm thinking maybe some of you waited until the vid was over, which is cool. I'm proud of my little recap vid. And I'm doing the posture check. I saw that coming too. I haven't forgotten. Thank you, Gori, for taking care of my spinal column. I've only got one. I did have a spare, but I had to sell it for rent money. It's a long story. I won't bore you with the details. Right. Here we go. They reckon about Kobiak and Hosh should play. I googled how to say his name. I was calling him Goaz all last night and it felt wrong. It was Hosh. Apparently, that's how you pronounce it. So there you go. We've all learned something. Next up, will I make that change or not? Yeah, I think I will put Bart Kobiak in and we'll start Hosh, who's been in terrible form this stream. Got 8 goals last night. He's done nothing this evening, which is a little bit terrifying. But we'll see how we go. All right. Mickey Mouse Cup action. Carabao Cup. Saka at Newcastle. Yes, he's 34 years old because we are in the year 2036 right now. We picked him up for 7.5 million. 7.5 million quid. We got him because we're trying to get into Europe. He's experienced. I've brought in a lot of young, super talented wingers and midfielders. So I thought, well, if we get Saka for cheap, he can do a job and help out with the mentoring. And he's been playing pretty well. And he got recalled to the England squad off the back of his efforts for us. So you're all welcome. He even took a penalty for us against Norwich and put it in. Didn't put it over the bar. It was great. Yeah, pick up where you left off. I'm not going to tell them they have to beat Arsenal because they're top of the league. It's a big ask. Legendary Ronaldo. Never got any Football Manager, but this is interesting. It's the best thing on the internet. I am incredibly biased, but in my not so humble opinion, this is the best save out there. Jonnyam Dragons in South Korea was the funnest thing ever. If you've played FM and never managed in South Korea, start a save there. Go and do it. Start in K-League 2 and work your way up. All the transfer rules are weird. You're not allowed to sign non-South Korean goalkeepers. The limits on international players and Asian players and Southeast Asian players are infuriating. But it was so much fun. And all of our best players were like 2.5 star. Absolute madness. But loved it. Palermo, less fun. Missed out on promotion by like goal difference. It was heartbreaking, but Arminia Bielefeld was really fun in Germany as well. So, highly recommend. But mostly South Korea. Jonnyam Dragons were fantastic. And the kits are great. Black and yellow stripes. Bright yellow. And they've got a cool mascot. We're not winning, but we're also not losing. Oh, we're playing in a horrible blue kit too. We always suck in the blue kit. Antonio, out to Dario, the man made wholly and solely out of guitar strings. Over to Delabasic, the madman who keeps giving away penalties. To Asprilla, plays it through to nobody. And we've given the ball away, and now we're going to get spanked, aren't we? Oh, no. Nope, still, no, nothing. Get the football. Kick him in the face. We did the thing. We did a defending thing. Oh, that wasn't a good defending thing at all. What a crap goal. We held out for 40 minutes. That was annoying. Who was this? Bartkowiak, the guy I'm denied about putting on the pitch. And Hosh is on a 6.4 and not playing well. I'm shocked. This is my shocked face. Alright, Antonio up to kill. Come on, guys. No, what are you doing? Better than this. We just beat these clowns in the league like a week ago. Yeah, there we go. Bailey out to Asprilla. Play it to Hosh. He does. Oh my goodness, can he score a football goal? No, he's hit the woodwork again. Asprilla played in. Cleared off the line by Dario. Why are we still playing? Why didn't Costa move for that? I have the worst goalkeepers in the universe. Alright, 1-0 down at half-time. It's Carabao Cup, nobody cares. But it is a route into Europe. Been terrible. Sort it out. Defenders. I'm not happy with the defenders' work. Midfielders. Blur. One of them. You. I'm furious with your finishing. Sort your head out, Hosh. He was leading the league in goals last night at the end of the stream. He's just forgotten how to play football. Go and attack him. I'm berating them. It sucks. You've got a Manny rage, you pack of idiots. You're on the internet. People are watching this. You're making me look like a fool. I'm going to sell you all in January. I may have to anyway, because we're not going to pass FFP as things stand. So it's not an empty threat. Just taking him off. He's absolutely not playing in the next match. Oh, good. Gil's exhausted. Perfect. Why are we absolutely bloody toothless? Can you play over there? No, of course you can't. Why would you? That would make sense. That's a lot for changes. Alright, let's do all the things. Bloop. Even though our defense sucks. Just jam them up there. There we go. Okay, very attacking. 3 minutes left. Done nothing for us. And they're just riding out the clock. And we're out of the Mickey Mouse Cup. So, you've all seen how amazing this Newcastle squad I've assembled is. Defenders, not happy. Midfielders, disappointed. Attackers, not happy. Hosh is getting fined for a 6.2. I'm not talking to the press. Ah! Ah! Yeah. Interaction. Disciplined player. Poor performance. Fine him. Who else was that? Official HG3G dropped the follow. Thank you kindly for the follow. Helping the follow count. Welcome to the GP Dome. Good to see you. Who else sucked hard? No, it was really just Hosh, wasn't it? Yep. Oh, no, Silver as well. You weren't great. He was worth the money we paid, wasn't he? Nope. No, he was not. Criticise. Last game. 4 days until Everton. Everybody have a breather. We go again. Wow. I'm not leaving it at that. That was going to be the last game of the stream. We're going to do one more. Just one more. Promise. It's going to be great. We're going to play Everton. It's got to be 3 points. We've got to put on a show for all you lovely people who have joined us. My word. Right. None of these players scare me. You're all rubbish. I don't know who they are. We're at that awesome point in the save where all the players from like your Wonder Kid list and everything else, which I don't look at all. We don't use play search screen in this save. It's all up to the scouts. They're all retiring. So it's like new gen central. We've still got some players like Saka, Asprilla, Haaland still knocking around. Sancho is somewhere. All those guys, but for the most part, they're in like the twilight of their career and they'll be gone soon. And then it's just all new gen all the time. And that's like my favorite thing, is when you don't really have a point of reference and then you've actually got to manage your players and read your scout reports properly, or just do what I do and rely wholly and solely on star ratings, which don't really matter, but it looks pretty. It's good times. My favorite Football Manager player of all time for my FM21 save, Angelo, was a new gen and he was phenomenal. A player who averaged like 40 goals a season for over 10 seasons. Won every single award, every single trophy you could possibly win. He was the best. I've never had another player like him since. But I'd sell all of you and your firstborn children for another one. Because he was the business. Everybody's had a player like that, I'm aware. But none of you have had a player like Angelo. Oh, I did love that imaginary digital man. Sad times. He didn't die. He's fine. He's still knocking around, playing for, I believe, Bristol Rovers in my FM21 save. It still exists. It's on this machine. I just don't play it. Yay, we're going to fail FFP. That sounds more like a board problem to me. I will make those changes, but I'm not clicking that button because it's going to mess up my bench. Where's the defending team? Oh, it's not us. That's good. Top target recommendation. Franz Sieberfeld. He would be good, but he's an attacking midfielder. He can play in the centre, but we can't afford him. Good to know. Oh, we've got more news. Where am I going? Hey, Barracliff got Young Player of the Month. Good job, Mr. Looney. And Ten Hag is Manager of the Month. But I'm second. I'm number 2. I'm number 2. And the player we loaned out to Bristol Rovers, my second team in real life, Young League 2 Player of the Month. Lovely stuff. Christensen, have a run, sir. I'm starting harsh. He's got to score, right? Eventually, something's got to give, and he's going to score a goal. It's just... this has to happen. Barley's almost fit. Ooh, but not fit enough. Great, get out of there. You're making a fool of yourself. Yeah, alright. That'll do, squad-wise. Everybody happy? I'm happy, you happy? We all good here? Marvellous. Let us rockathoneth. We need this win. League form. League is all. Who's going to win the league? No comment, because I'm not crazy enough to select my own team. I have a player revolt on my hand. Speaking of league, second place. Look at this. Second in the league with, what is this? 4, 6, still a 6-point gap back to the not European goodness places. And that's all we care about. We want to get into some species of Europe this season. That's the board expectation. That's what we want to do. Can we do it? I hope so. We missed out on European football by on goal difference last season, even though we finished 9th because of the way cup results and everything else went. That's like the 3rd time in this save that's happened to us, that we've missed out on either a promotion or some sort of thing on goal difference. Promotion and league titles we've been robbed of. It sucks. And to make it worse, the team that snuck into Europe ahead of us, Aston Villa, we played on the last day of the season and friggin' drew 1-1. But we've been in awful form ever since Christmas last year. Bloody hell, we dropped to 5th. What's going on? Right, now we definitely need to win. This is Everton. But historically, we're not fantastic away from home. Here's Stephen Baptista. He apparently is a good striker, but he doesn't play for us, so we don't care. Zendelez. Zendelete. Elite. No idea. I'm terrible with names. I'm an old man. I can't read the fancy talk. I can't do it. But thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate it. And I sincerely apologize for butchering your handle. It's not intentional. I just suck. In general, that is too. Like, last night's stream, I came back from a break, yapping away, calling a match. Microphone was on mute for a good 5 minutes or so. Yeah, that happens around here. Started this stream, game crashed. Because we're a professional operation. Okay. We want a goal. More to the point, we want to win. But just a goal for Hosh would be amazing. It's as good as a victory at this point. Right, get out there and kick their faces off. Encourage them straight away because we're playing away from home. Come on, guys. Didn't butcher it. Thank you, sir. You're very kind. We're all about good vibes here. Unless we're in a shock and run of form and then I get all grumpy and miserable. Which, you know, is good content. It's funny. What's happened to my... Ugh. Now this is all backwards. Throwing me for a loop. Guys, we're not doing anything. Wait, stop doing that. Drop this. And yeah, that's all fine. Right. Trying something different. Tweaking the tactic. Surefire sign of desperation right there. Okay. Let's go attacking. Just because I'm desperate for a bloody goal. Come on, more. More! I'm not happy. You need that. You need that. And you need that. Come on, gentlemen. Gee, man, more. More of all the things. Spray is stinking up the joint. And he's coming off the park in a minute. He's coming off the park right freaking now. Yeah, Shaka can take his spot. I want you to be an advanced forward on attack, please. Give us a bit more help up front. Oh, look at that. We've got a ball in the penalty area. That's crazy. You're on an attacking instruction and nothing's happening. Right. Plan B. Can you play central? No. No. I believe I've taken the player who can do that off the park. So, Rock's going up there. Bailey there. We scored a goal and I'm missing it. No. Was it Hosh? I think he did it. I think he did it. We missed it. Or was it Delabasic? I don't know who scored. It was Hosh. Oh, I'm letting the boys party and we're playing the trumpets. He remembered how to play football every... So if you're wondering what I'm doing tomorrow, I'll be performing an exorcism on my computer because clearly I've angered the Football Manager gods in some way. After like 6-7 games this stream, playing like crap, he finally scores a goal and immediately picks up a potential foot injury. All you guys who came in with the raid, you're getting quite the show. What the hell, man? Go with 2 up top. What do you want to be? You're rubbish anyway. Alright. 4-2-4. Let's go. What's the worst that can happen? I really enjoyed that 35 seconds where things went well. It was great. Barracliff is in. Shoot. Shoot. Better than that, please. Oh look, our mega expensive centre back's picked up a knock as well. Fantastic. Oh, and there was 6 minutes of injury time, so Hosh is really hurt. He's going to be out for months, isn't he? I don't want to look. He's over a 7.5. All these guys. Good job. Good jobs. But I'm really sad. I only just got Varley back. We're back in 2nd place in the league though. So, you know, that's cool. We could have been top if we'd scored more goals. I don't want to look. How bad is it? Okay. All of November. It's not great, but it could have been worse. And Del Basic is out for a week. Okay. Okay. But still, he finally scores and... Oh, man. Sometimes, you just have to hate this game. But hey, you never got room in the team for Varley, so that's the thing that we can do. Bailey needs rest. Allegro's going to play. Christensen is exhausted. Novakovic is going to take his spot. We are the walking wounded. God damn it. Gil can start over Patino. Warwick had a good game, so he can stay in, and that's all fine. Marvellous. Well, everybody, we are going to call it a night there. Our next match is against Norwich. It's in a week, but it is 10:47 in the PM here in the merry old land of Oz, and that means it's past my bedtime, and I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. But thank you to everybody for the follows. There were so many of you. I thanked you all individually, except for Tom Moore. I did miss that one. So now I thank you. Good work, Tom. Love you guts. And thank you to Manny for the raid. That was amazing. I hope the stream was epic. I forgot to ask you because I got all flustered and confused. But that was very, very cool. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching, especially if you're in VOD land. If you're checking those out, good work. Keep it up. I hope you enjoyed the late drama. Ugh, I hate this game. I love to hate this game. And I'd love to hate loving it. Football Manager's best game ever. Anyway, that's going to do us. No stream tomorrow night because I'm going to see Jane's Addiction and Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah! But we'll be back on Thursday with more awesomeness on the Wizard of Aus. It's going to be great. So until next time, I shall see you next time. Say hi to your mum for me and be good. And if you can't be good, don't get caught. Mwah.